Hello, and welcome to a new VectorTude screencast. My name is Sean Hodge, and I'll be taking you through the tutorial, How to Create an Alarm Clock Icon by Rype. In this tutorial, we use simple shapes and gradients to create an alarm clock icon. This tutorial is targeted at beginner to intermediate users. I'll be demonstrating these techniques in Illustrator CS4. For all you Vector Plus members, be sure to download the tutorial by going to tudesplus.com. After you've reviewed the included files, we'll be ready to begin. And for those of you without Plus accounts, you're welcome to follow along as well. Let's first just take a look at the image we'll be creating. And you can see it's made up mostly of ellipses and some fun highlights and shadows that we'll be creating with combining ellipses and other shapes and using the Pathfinder palette to break them apart. So let's get started. Go ahead and create a new document in Illustrator and hit Command 1 to center it, and then Command plus to zoom in a bit, and then hit the L key, which will grab the ellipse tool. Just click anywhere on the canvas and go ahead and make an ellipse that's 280 pixels by 280 pixels. With the ellipse selected, hit Command X and then Command V, which will paste it in the center of the document. We want to give it a gradient, a linear gradient that goes from gray, it's a bit too dark, to dark gray. And then grab the gradient tool, just G. I've already done that, but just hold shift to constrain it and drag from the top down to the bottom. Then with it still selected, go to Object, Path, Offset Path. We're going to offset it by -5. If you hit Preview, you can see what it's going to do. Just hit OK. Now we're going to add 4 color stops here. I'm going to make the first one white, second one's a light gray, the third one's white, the fourth one's a dark gray, make it a little darker. Fifth one is a gray. And the last one is a dark gray that's just a little lighter than the fourth dark gray. Now make sure that this is selected as it is. Go to Object, Path, Offset Path again. We do that a few times in this tutorial. This time it's -15. Hit OK. And this time we want a two color stops. So let's get rid of a few of these. And we'll make the first one white and the second one gray. Just turn this down a little bit. Looks good. We're going to go to do this again, Object, Path, Offset Path. This time it's -5. Turn this to a dark gray. And the last color stop to an even darker gray. Hit Enter. going to go ahead and go to Object Path, Offset Path again, and again it's going to be 5 pixels. This time we want to change the type of gradient to radial, and we're going to give the first color stop a white color, and the second a gray color. And then the location field, we're going to do is move the slider, hit 87%, and go ahead and enter to apply that. Go ahead and grab the line segment tool, or just hit backslash on the keyboard. Click anywhere on the canvas, and for the length, enter 15 pixels and the angle 90 degrees, and hit OK. For the stroke, you want it to be round capped, and I'm setting it at 3 point. And go ahead, I'm using the arrow keys, but you could select it and move it. Just position it at the top. I'm holding down Option Alt on the keyboard, and I'm just dragging a copy down. Then select both of them, hit Command G to group them. Then we're going to go to Effect. Let me see where it is. Effect, Distort and Transform, and Transform. We want 5 copies. And we're going to set it to a 30-degree angle. If you want to preview it, you can see what it's going to do. It's going to put all those hands on the clock, all those markers on the clock. Hit OK. Then go to Object, Expand Appearance. Then go ahead and ungroup it, which is Object, Ungroup, or Command plus Shift plus G. Now we're going to get rid of the top and bottom, and the left and right. I hit T to grab the text tool, and using Myriad Pro Black, which comes with Adobe Illustrator. However, feel free to use whatever font you want. See how 36 looks. Maybe go a little bigger. I've got it set to 48. That's probably too big. Let's try 40 point. I'll go with 40 point. And what we're doing is just putting the 12, 3, 6, and 9 numbers on our clock. And I'm just dragging off copies by holding down the Option key. Make sure to save your document as you go along. Go ahead and select the clock face. Go to Object, Path, Offset Path. Set the offset to negative 105 pixels and hit OK. Let's turn on Smart Guides. Go to View, Smart Guides, or Command plus U. Zoom in a little bit. Hold down Command and hit plus a couple times. Grab the line segment tool, and the Smart Guides are going to tell you when you're centered. If you want to constrain this, hold down the Shift key and constrain it up towards the top left. And then set it to 7 points. Give it a rounded caps. Hit Command X to cut it. Then select the circle in the center. Hit Command B and it'll place it behind it. And let's give it a little bit of a darker color. That's for the hour hand. Now let's make the minute hand. Deselect, grab the line segment tool. Again, the smart guides are going to tell you when you're in the exact center. And go ahead and drag down a little bit below the 3 and make sure it's a bit shorter. We're going to turn this up to 12 pixels and we're going to make it lighter, and then hit Command X, and then after selecting Command B, which places it in the center. Looks like it didn't get centered. Let's try to figure that out. Just go ahead and move it there. Now it's centered. And hit Command S to save the document. Go ahead and zoom out just a little bit so we can see our clock face. Do that by holding down Command and then hit the minus key. Grab the line segment tool again, and we're going to go a little over on the other side of that center circle, and we're drawing the second hand now, and have it cross over the center. Turn it down to 3-point and make the color red. Go ahead and hit Command, hold down Command and hit X. Select the center. Actually, we're going to select the hour hand and hit Command B, so it sends it all the way to the back. Then select all 3 of these. Hit Command plus C, and then Command plus B. Move it down just a little bit, and then go to Object, Path, Outline Path. Whoops. Object, Path, Outline Stroke, and let's give it a light gray color. So I'm going to move it over to the right a little bit also. And deselect it. You can see how it's given a little bit of a drop shadow there. I'm going to zoom out. See how that looks. Go ahead and hit Command Save. Go ahead and select the clock face ellipse. Hold down Command and hit C. And then just keep Command held down and hit F. And go ahead and hit F again with the Command key still held down. So basically made 2 copies. Just stretch the top copy up to around the center point of the clock face, and stretch it up past the clock face at the top and left and right sides. And we want to make sure this is centered, so in the align options up top, put it to align to artboard. Because our graphic is in the center of the artboard, we can center this circle that way as well. So go ahead and click on horizontally align center. Let's make that more dramatic. If I stretched it out like this and hit horizontally align center, now you can really see how it moved it a lot. Now go ahead and select our other copy of the clock face that we made. Open up the Pathfinder panel and hit the minus front button. And now we're left with just this new shape that we've created. Then in the transparency panel, go ahead and set it to multiply. And we also, for the gradient, we want to set it to linear. Hit G to grab the gradient and drag it from top. Actually from bottom to top. I hit Command plus S to save. Okay, This feels a little dark to me, so if you need to, you could stretch this up a little past that point, and so the darker portion actually goes past the graphic, and that turns it down a little bit. Or you could just jump into the transparency palette and you could turn that down there as well. Just setting it to 90. Now we're going to work on adding the little feet to the clock face. So go ahead and grab the ellipse tool by hitting L on the keyboard, and then click anywhere on the canvas. And for this, we're going to make it 55 in width and 55 pixels in height. For the gradient, we're going to set up, we're going to add a couple more. We're going to have 4 color stops, and we want this to be a radial gradient. I'm going to set the first color stop to white, which it already is. The second is going to be gray, so I'm going to turn this up a little bit. The third is a darker gray. And the last is the same gray as the second one. I hit G to grab the gradient tool. Hold down Shift to constrain. Start towards the top left corner and just drag it down. This is going to take a little bit of fiddling to get it to look right. You may want to play with the stoppers as well, so you can control what the gradients look like. And deselect to see how it's going. It's not bad. Let's stretch that a little bit more there. Let's move this over. Now go ahead and hit Command X and then Command B to place it in back, and I'm still fiddling with this. Make sure it lines up on the left and right sides. I'm sorry, on the left side and the bottom. With this ball that we've been working with still selected, hit Command C and Command F to place it in front. Then select the largest ellipse on the clock face, hold down Option, and drag a copy to the left. I'm holding Shift to constrain it as well, but that's not necessary. I'm just moving it with the arrow keys a little bit. Then hold down Shift, and select that copy of the ball as well. Open up the Pathfinder panel and select the Intersect option, and you're left with just a cut shape. Go ahead and hit Command X, select the ball, Command F, which will place it in front of the ball but behind the clock face. Then go to the transparency panel, set it to multiply. Go ahead and save the document, Command S, and deselect. Select the ball again and hold down Shift and select the shadowy shape that we created. Hit Command plus G to group it. And go to Object, Transform, Reflect. Set it to 90 degrees. Then go ahead and hit Copy. And hold down Shift to constrain it. then go ahead and drag it over so that lines up with the right edge. A little too far. Make sure it looks similar to the other side. Deselect, hold down Command, hit the S key to save. Go ahead and grab the rectangle tool, or hit M on the keyboard and click anywhere in the canvas. And for the width, enter 10 pixels, and for the height, go with 50 pixels. Hit OK. I'll go to the gradient panel, change it to linear. The first color stop, I'm going to make a light gray. The second a gray color, which it already is. Third a dark gray. And the last one should be the same color as the second. So we've got 4 stops here. You can go ahead and close the gradient panel and then deselect. Go ahead and grab the rectangle tool again. We're going to be placing this over the rectangle we just created, but just go ahead and click anywhere on the canvas for now and enter 50 pixels for the width and 20 pixels for the height. Hit OK. Then go to Effect, Stylize, Round Corners, and we're going to enter 10 pixels for that. Hit OK. And now we want to adjust the gradient. First of all, we're using the same gradient, which it defaults to, unless you changed it for any reason. And go ahead and hit G. Let's zoom in on this first. Z to grab the zoom tool. It's called the zoom tool. Zoom in, hit G, and then hold Shift to constrain it. Drag from the top down to the bottom. Then hold down Command, hit S to save it. You can go ahead and deselect. Hold down Command and hit the minus key a couple times. Actually hit Command 1 to center everything again. Then hold down Command and hit plus a couple times to zoom back in. Now grab this top part, place it over the rectangle, hold Shift and select the second rectangle, hold down Command and hit G to group it, and then go ahead and place it over the clock where it looks right to you. I'm going to zoom out again, Command minus, and you can always go Object, Arrange, and then send it back. Or what I always do is Command X and Command B. Be sure to save the document, Command S. Hit Command U to turn off the smart guides. And grab the rectangle tool. You can just hit M on the keyboard. Click anywhere on the canvas. And we're going to make what we're working on now is the bells that are going top left and top right of the alarm clock. And I'm going to make this 110 pixels wide by 80 pixels tall. Hit OK. Then go to Effect, Stylize, Round Corners. We're going to give that 30 pixels. We'll expand the appearance. And go ahead and a little bit above this point right here, we're going to draw a rectangle. Make sure both of these shapes are selected. Open the Pathfinder panel. Yeah, hit minus front. And you're left with this bell shape. It defaults to the gradient that we were using before, which is what we want. And then hit G to grab the gradient tool. Go ahead and drag it from top to bottom, which it defaulted to as well. I hit Command S to save it. Go ahead and hit Z to grab the zoom tool and zoom in on our shape. Make sure it's selected, hit Command C and then Command F. Stretch it in a little bit on the left side and a bit more on the right side for variance. Go ahead and copy, Command C, Command F to paste in front, and then we're just going to do that again. Hold down Shift, select both of these, open up the Pathfinder panel, hit the minus front button, and we're left with these two shapes, which we're going to hit I, go to the eyedropper, fill it with white by selecting the background, which is white. Go to the transparency panel, set it to 15%. Go ahead and hit Command 1, and you can see it's just adding a highlight to this. And hit Command S to save. Go ahead and zoom back in, select the main bell shape, hit Command C, Command F to place a copy in front. Scale it down to about a 1/16 of the bell size. Place it just a little bit off center left. And go to the swatches palette and choose a light gray. And then set it to multiply. Hit L on your keyboard. Click anywhere on the canvas. We're going to create an ellipse. That's 20 pixels wide by 20 pixels tall. Hit OK. Hit I to grab the eyedropper. And go ahead and click on the bell. And I'm going to drag it from the top to the bottom for the gradient. Go ahead and make sure it's selected. Hit Command X and then Command B to place it behind. And I'm going to grab all the bell shapes, hit Command G to group them, except for the ball that we just created for the top. Then select them all and put Align to Selection for the alignment, and then choose Horizontal Align Center. Again, I'm going to make this a bit more dramatic so you can see how that works. There we go. And let's go ahead and move this down a bit. And then go ahead and group it. And then hit, by hitting Command, holding Command down and hitting G, and then holding Command down and hitting S is going to save our document. Go ahead and select the rectangle tool in the toolbar, or just hit M on your keyboard. Click anywhere on the canvas, and we want to make a rectangle that's 8 pixels wide by 45 pixels tall. It should default to the gradient that we had selected and linear, but we want to hit G with the gradient to go the other way from left to right. Go ahead and select it, or it's really up to you. You could keep it top to bottom if you want. We've got all this grouped, except for our new rectangle. So again, we can horizontally align it center, make it a bit dramatic again, and go ahead and Command X, Command B to send it behind, and then go ahead and group all this, Command G. Go ahead and hit Command 1 to zoom out, then hit R on your keyboard to grab the rotate tool, hit Enter, bring up the dialog and set the angle at 30 degrees and hit OK. Hit V to grab the selection tool. Go ahead and move this over until it looks like a good position on the clock. Hit Command X and then Command B to place it behind. And go to Object, Transform, Reflect. We're going to set it vertical 90 degrees. Go ahead and hit Copy. Hit Shift to constrain. Go ahead and drag it over. And then I'm just using the Move tool to get it in just the right spot. We're getting really close to being done with this. It's going to add some finishing touches. First hit Command S to save the document. Hit L or go ahead and grab the ellipse tool. Click anywhere in the document and we're going to make an ellipse that's 200 pixels in width by 200 pixels in height, then hit OK. And we want to create a radial gradient, so set the type to radial with the first stop a dark gray and the last stop a just white. And up here hit align to keyboard to align to artboard, and then horizontally align center to get this in the center of the document. Go ahead and stretch it down to about half its height. Hold Shift, then drag it down. Hit Command X, Command B to place it behind, and set the transparency to multiply. Hold down Option and drag a copy over to one of the left foot of the clock, and then go ahead and scale it down. And then drag another copy over to the other side as well. And you can see it gives it a bit of shading underneath the clock. Hit Command S to save it. Go ahead and hit Command 1 and then Command 0 so we can see the whole document. Hit M to grab the rectangle tool and drag a rectangle the size of your document out. Hit Command X, Command B to place it behind, and this should be a radial gradient with the first stop set to white, and the second to a light gray. You can play with the stopper if you want, get a little bit different feel. And we're done. You can see the final image here, and by just using some basic shapes and gradients, it's easy to create great icons. Have fun applying these relatively simple techniques to create your own icons. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next Vectortude screencast.